Yo, YouTube, what is good, bro gang, what is good, and we are back with another video. Welcome to another edition of the JRPG Roundup Show here on the channel. And man, oh man, we've got some news for you today, guys. Some big news. I'm super excited. I woke up and saw this news in shock. In shock, bro. I am so excited to announce this news. Alright, so let's get straight into it. So, Konami have announced Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remasters, titled Gate Rune and Dungeon Unification Wars, that is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam. It will launch in 2023. This is hype, bro. Super hype. We've been waiting for this for so long. Konami have finally done the thing. They've finally done it. We've been asking for this for so long, bro. In any type of capacity, we wanted Suikoden back. I know we were getting it with a spiritual successor titled Eiyuden Chronicle, basically. So this is great news, man. This is great news. So here's a brief overview of Suikoden if you guys are not familiar. So A Hero's Destiny is written in the stars. The legendary Konami JRPGs Suikoden 1 and 2 have now been remastered in high definition. So the story of Suikoden 1, a once renowned hero turns into a violent tyrant and an empire falls into decline. A liberation army is rising up in an act of rebellion against an oppressive rule. One by one, the 108 stars of destiny gathered to shape the course of history. So this is for Suikoden 2. Our story's hero and his friend Joey are members of the Unicorn Youth Brigade, which participated in a drawn-out border dispute between the Highland Kingdom and the city-states of Jousttown. A few months earlier, a truce agreement was signed between two forces, both of which were happy to see an end to the fighting. However, hidden under the momentary peace, the fires of a new war continue to smolder. So bro, I am super excited for this. Super excited. If you guys did not know, Suikoden personally is one of my favorite JRPG series of all time. And Suikoden 1 is probably up there, probably in my top 3, probably for my favorite JRPG game ever, sorry. So, to see this game realized in new HD, basically, it looks amazing, man. It looks so good. It's not HD 2D, but like most other games, but it does look incredible. It does look incredible. I gotta say, I know people have got their gripes with Konami, I do, but big shout out to Konami for doing the thing, man. This is big. We've been waiting for this for so long, for at least to just see something like a remake or a remaster, anything. But I think it's smart on Konami's part, basically, because of the whole Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, basically, that is the spiritual successor to Suikoden. So people were aware that this was the spiritual successor to Suikoden, and probably Konami thought to capitalize on this. And this was probably planned anyway from the start, to be completely honest. I think Konami already had this up their sleeve for quite a while. So working with the dev team over on Eiyuden Chronicle, it obviously built traction with the game, and obviously people wanted to find out about Suikoden. So this is a great time to bring out a remaster. So this is amazing, man, amazing. I would love to see this before Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes comes out. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. So we've got some key features for the game. So all background illustrations have been upgraded to high definition. Updated effects breathe new life into the pixel art animation. New environmental sounds effects to immerse yourself in this fantasy world. Battle SFX are also now HD and add a new level of realism. Newly added autosave. Battle fast forward, that's great. Big quality of life change. Conversation logs as well. So we also got a trailer for the HD remaster for Suikoden 1 and 2, and we also got a boss fight as well, I believe. A boss fight we have as well for Suikoden 2, I believe it is. So yeah, I will obviously be leaving those in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves, and also I'll be leaving in the video so you guys will be able to follow along as you see fit. But man, oh man, I am super excited for this. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters are launching in 2023, and man, oh man, I couldn't be more excited. I'm super excited for this. So big shout out to Konami, they finally did the thing. Also, so I've got a graphics comparison as well from the original to the HD remasters, and it's clear to see, it's night and day. You can clearly see the graphical improvements in this HD remaster. The game looks absolutely beautiful. I will be leaving these screenshots within the video, but man, oh man, it just looks so good. It's so good to finally see a beloved JRPG franchise remastered, basically a game remastered like this. We've been asking for this for so long. This, Chrono Trigger, of course, there's so many other games, but I think Suikoden fans alike will be very excited for this to drop. Very excited. Of course, people are excited for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes dropping, but I think this just adds another level of hype. I will say, if there will be a physical edition for it, I guarantee there probably will be a physical edition for it. I'm hoping that they do release some type of special edition, because I definitely will be interested in purchasing that. I do know that it is a remaster, but if they do release some type of special edition, I definitely will be purchasing that day one. So this obviously is a day one cop for me personally, and I do think that you guys, if this is your first time being introduced to the Suikoden series, there is no better time or no better way to get involved in it now. No emulation required, no nothing. You can get straight into it with a remaster. So that is Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC via Steam, and that will launch in 2023. No release date yet, but 2023, so be on the lookout for that. So, staying on the Suikoden trail here. So, next piece of news, Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes TGS 2022 trailer was announced. So, publisher 505 Games and developer Rabbit and Bear Studios have released the Tokyo Game Show 2022 trailer for strategy RPG Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. So, here's a brief overview of Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, a brand new JRPG from Yoshikata Murayama, Suikoden 1 and 2, and Junko Kawano, Suikoden 1 and 4. In their first collaboration in 25 years. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes became the number one funded Kickstarter video game of 2020 thanks to phenomenal support from the community. 505 Games is truly honored to publish Eiyuden Chronicle and work with Rabbit and Bear and help deliver a memorable gaming experience to fans. The goal of Rabbit and Bear and 505 is to make sure Eiyuden Chronicle reaches its true potential and delivers a worthwhile Japanese RPG the community will enjoy. So this is huge, man. I'm super excited as well for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. This was definitely on my radar, of course, being from the Suikoden 1 and 2 and Suikoden 4 devs alike. So I am very excited for this game. The game looks amazing as well. I did play Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, I believe that was. That is not a... I believe that's a side-scrolling type of action RPG, but yeah, I definitely recommend playing that game as well. I think you'll be able to play that game via Game Pass as well. I believe it's still available via Game Pass. So yeah, just a brief story or brief overview of Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Our story begins in one corner of Auran, a tapestry of nations with diverse cultures and values by dint of sword, and by way of magical objects known as rune lenses. The land's history has been shaped by the alliances and aggressions of the humans, beastmen, elves, and desert people who lived there. The Galadan Empire has edged out other nations and discovered a technology that amplifies the rune lenses' magic. Now, the Empire is scouring the continent for an artifact that will expand their power even further. It is on one such expedition that Cyan Kessling, a young and gifted Imperial officer, and Noah, a boy from a remote village, meet each other and become friends. However, a twist of fate will soon drag them into fires of war and force them both to re-examine everything they believe to be right and true. So, man, I'm telling you, this game looks amazing. The fact that it's on all plats as well just makes it even better as well. This is something that I've just been looking forward to, man. It's coming out 2023. As I said earlier, I'm really hoping that the Suikoden remasters come out before this, just to give people a taste of what Eiyuden Chronicle probably has to offer. Or maybe the opposite way around, but for me personally, I'd want to see Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters first before I see Eiyuden Chronicle, and that will probably bolster sales, in my opinion. I think more people will be more inclined to buy it, especially not just core fans of the game, but more fans outside as well who want to try to purchase and try out this game for themselves. So Eiyuden Chronicle looks really good, man. I did report on this game a few videos back, but man, it's really good to see more trailers coming out for this game. I do hope that we get a release date soon. I really do hope that we get a release date, but so far the game looks really good, man. You can't deny it. The game looks so good. JRPG fans are like, we are getting treated with so much games that are coming out, and 2023 already looks stacked. The back end of 2022 is already stacked as it is. So we've got a lot of games to play, a whole lot to get through. So next piece of news. We've got two more topics here to talk about, guys. Not gonna be a long show today, but next piece of news: Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch remastered, now available for Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Ni no Kuni 2: Revenant Kingdom is coming in 2023. So, Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch, remastered is now available for Xbox Series, Xbox One and PC via Microsoft Store, as well as via Xbox Game Pass, and Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom will come to Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC via Microsoft Store in 2023. Publisher Bandai Namco and developer Level 5 have announced. So, Ni no Kuni has been around for quite some time. Quite some time. Ni no Kuni has been out for a very long time. It's a very great game. If you guys are not too familiar with the Studio Ghibli movies, the anime movies, they do the animation for these games, so the art style is beautiful. It's beautiful. If you guys ever watched the Studio Ghibli movie, you already know what they're about. They got beautiful visuals in this game. But I do feel Ni no Kuni is kind of getting stretched out in terms of the platforms that it's on. It's very nice to see it on Xbox, though. I will say that much. It's very nice to see on Xbox, to see that Xbox players will probably get a chance to play this game. I'm hoping that they do play it. No gripe against Xbox players, but I do really hope that they do play this. It is on Game Pass as well, so this will be more incentive for people to play this game. So here is an overview as well of Ni no Kuni if you guys are not too familiar. So journey back to the other world in Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch remastered. Level 5's classic tale returns better than ever with improved graphics and performance. Join Oliver as he embarks on an adventure through a world inhabited by new friends and ferocious foes alike, in the hopes of bringing back his mother after a tragic incident. This charming tale unfolds through the use of animation, storyboarded and created by the legendary Studio Ghibli, and music composed by the renowned Joe Hisashi. Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch combines beautiful animated visuals, masterful storytelling, and a sweeping score to create an epic role-playing adventure like no other. So, if you're not familiar with the first Ni no Kuni game, the first Ni no Kuni game is kind of like Pokemon in a sense. You kind of have these little monsters that you control. It's been a while since I played the first Ni no Kuni, a very long while. But it's a great game. They're kind of like small little monsters that you kind of control. And obviously you guide to attack. It's a turn-based RPG, and I believe Ni no Kuni 2, which is coming in 2023, Ni no Kuni 2 is more of an action RPG. I think a lot more people enjoyed the first one, I want to say. I have played both, I've completed both. Ni no Kuni 2, I really did enjoy that game. I did enjoy the combat too. So yeah, that is that. Two very good games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass, and I think people and players should definitely play these games. So that is Ni no Kuni, which is available now in the for Xbox and on via Game Pass, and Ni no Kuni 2, which is coming in 2023. So last piece of news here, kind of disappointing news here. So Tales of Symphonia Remaster will be 30 frames per second. So if you watched the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier this week, Tales of Symphonia was announced. The remastered is slated for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One early next year. However, there is a catch to this version of the game. Bandai Namco confirmed that the game will run at 30 frames per second on all platforms. This is actually a downgrade. Because the original that I played on the GameCube actually ran at 60 frames per second, and people actually undermine how powerful, well, not how powerful, but it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox in a sense. That actually ran at 60 frames per second on the GameCube. So saying that Bandai Namco are saying that the game is graphically enhanced and improved with gameplay, but I think this is for me personally, I think I did say that this would be a day one for me. I might have said that out of hype. I don't think this will be a day one for me. I don't even think I might not even copy it, maybe, but we'll see. I might just get it just because I want to play it on the go, because Tales of Symphonia is one of my favorite Tales of games. But I have recently purchased the game as well on Steam, so it is a bit of a bummer that the game on the Switch, well not on the Switch, sorry, on the other platforms that it's been released on, sorry, it's running at 30 frames and not 60. It's crazy that a game that was released practically 20 years ago was 60 frames, and this one is being bumped down to 30 frames per second. Although Bandai Namco are promising graphically enhanced and improved gameplay, this kind of is, you know, double-edged sword, kind of a stick in the throat basically. So that is Tales of Symphonia that will be remastered in 30 frames per second. So make of that what you will, guys. I don't think this will be a day one purchase for me after hearing that news. I'm not a big FPS buff, but I mean, if the game is coming out after 20 years as a remaster, I do expect to see some form of improvement. I know there are graphical improvements and gameplay improvements, but in terms of the gameplay, I probably would like to see something at 60 frames. We are in 2022 now, man, and this is coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 also, so I would love to see this in 60 frames. But that is that. That will be it for today's news, guys. I'm super excited for Suikoden 1 and 2 that have just been announced. Let me know if you guys have ever played the Suikoden game, and if you guys are hyped for this game to come out too. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the news today, guys. From me too, this has been your bruv, the big bruv. Please like, sub, share if you're new, and I'ma catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.